The views and opinions of the guest do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of BODS Mayhem Radio Network, its staff, affiliates, or sponsors. Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to BODS Mayhem Radio Network.
This is Eugene, the bassist of Jinjer, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather.
Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. We have a very special guest today. Please welcome Eugene from the band Jinjer. How's it going, man?
Fine, thank you.
Yep.
Pleasure to be here and talk to you, and generally pleasure to be here in the U.S. again.
We are currently sitting here at the Manchester Music Hall before you guys take the stage tonight in Lexington, Kentucky. First off, let's talk about the current tour. You're providing direct support to Devildriver on the Outlaws to the End tour. Talk a little bit about the tour and what it's like sharing the stage with Devildriver.
Well, it all turned out very fast. Last summer we were here with a very short run because of Heavy Montreal Festival. We added some shows, and by the end of the summer run, I just had a call. We were planning to come here in the US, but we had no idea who would be touring with and how it's gonna be. So I had a call from Daz. He confirmed it's gonna be like Devildriver and Jinjer, and we were pretty happy about that because, well, me personally, we really enjoyed Devildriver being in our younger years. I remember first listening to their debut album, and it blew my mind off. Tatiana was into Cold Chamber, so now touring with Daz and his band is a big pleasure for us. And on top of this, it is worth saying that Devildriver and Jinjer are more or less on the same point musically. I mean, it is heavy and extreme and modern compared to packages we had before, like with Cradle of Filth. I'm not saying anything against Cradle of Filth. I love the band, I love the guys, but we were absolutely opposite, sort of on opposite edges, points of heavy music, and with Devildriver we're more or less similar, which is cool. Yeah, and this time it's a bit longer than in the spring, than last spring with Cradle of Filth. A bit smaller venues, but the atmosphere is different. It's more hardcore, being close to fans, and it's getting more extreme. So far we played 5 shows, and all of them went very, very well. Texas was definitely so far the best one, and it's easy to understand because last time we missed Texas shows. This time we finally came there and paid back, if I can say so. So things are going well. I am absolutely, happy about everything we have had so far, and I am looking forward to all the upcoming shows.
You mentioned the Texas shows. You've played in some pretty big cities on the tour so far. Lexington is probably one of the smaller cities that this tour is coming to. Have you got to spend any time in the city since you've been here? What do you think about it?
Unfortunately, we haven't had much time yet. Probably Phoenix and Arizona. We had time to check out the Grand Canyon.
Oh, great.
Because it was before the first show. And in Texas, unfortunately, we didn't have much time to go around, even though it was Dallas. After the show, we went to this famous Winnie Paul Street bar and hang out there a little bit. And then before Oklahoma City show, we had a natural reserve. I don't remember the name, but we saw buffalo and wildlife, which was exciting, really exciting. So from place to place, we try to find something and check it up if we have time.
Do you guys have any touring plans after this tour ends?
We will go to Latin America. It is already announced. We have a huge Latin America tour starting in Mexico and going down to South America, Brazil, Argentina, Chile. We'll be back home on the 10th of December, and on the 15th of January, if I'm not mistaken, we're beginning a tour with Amorphis and Soilwork around Europe. Then we'll get back home and start working on the new full-length album.
Okay. Speaking of the new album, you all just released a new single entitled Ape.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about that song.
Well, it's a new milestone in our story. It's something really different from what we did before. But at the same time, we managed to, be different but save our face. And it's from the upcoming EP, which will be out very soon, this fall. And it just marks out the changes we have in the band, because finally we have Vlad on the recording, our current drummer. He didn't record the previous album. He joined us right after the album was recorded. And now he took a huge part in composing and recording. And that's why it has so many new elements, because of a new member and playing a big role in the band. And also lyrically, Tatiana touched really different topics. So it's new, it's different, and we're absolutely proud of it. It's a new step for us, and I'm sure fans will love it. Same as you can see it by Ape. Everyone is, most of the audience is really fond of it.
Now you mentioned, after the next tour, going and working on a new album. When are you expecting to release that? Sometime next year?
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year. Yeah, we have some plans. Yeah, like we are aiming at next fall. But let's see how it goes.
Do you have any songs written for it yet?
No, we just recorded and composed the whole EP, 5 songs. So, and we haven't had any real songs left out of it. But we have a lot of new ideas, and we have this intention and desire to write and compose, which is very important. So, and we now see the direction we want to go to. And again, after you start composing, you just get on the wave, this wave to make new music more and more. And we still have it, and we want to save it for the spring in order to be, able to work efficiently.
Now, earlier this year, you re-released your second album, Cloudfactory. Talk a little bit about that album and why you decided to re-release it.
We just were approached by our label, and the thing is that album wasn't released officially and didn't have any real distribution, promotion, etc. So the head of Napalm just mailed me asking, why not? Let's really release it and let's make people listen to it. And it was right. It was a very right move, because a lot of fans, after it was reissued, started texting me saying, wow, what a nice new album. But they had no idea we already recorded it and composed and released back in 2014. So it was a nice experience, going through this album again and playing those songs again live in last spring and in the summer. So I think we did right. We did right with that.
Sure. Now, it's been 2 years since you released King of Everything.
Mm-hmm.
That album really put you all on the map, and it was on many critics' Best of the Year lists, including mine. Talk a little bit about the success of that album and what it's meant for you all.
Well, the success was a big surprise for us, too. We didn't think that we would be, here where we are now so fast. So it helped a lot, and we love this album a lot. We just simply love it. Every single song is, I can't say masterpiece, but there are a few masterpieces like I Speak Astronomy and Pisces, songs which will stay with us forever, I think. But the other songs are cool too, like, for example, Captain Clark, really love playing it live, same as Just Another. So, but now, at the moment, this album is already a part of history, because 2 years passed, now we have a new release upcoming, and I just look at this, I feel proud of it, but we are open and we are ready for something bigger and better.
Okay, you mentioned Pisces, and that has been a mega hit for the band.
Right.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that song?
I'm okay. Well, Tatiana mentioned a lot in many interviews that it is sort of, we are Pisces, her and me, we are Pisces by Zodiac. So it's a sort of self-reflection, how she sees herself. Well, and I think that in this case, in case of this song, just it's a point where a lot of things just join together. So we made good music, she made good lyrics, and she sang perfectly. And well, it turned out to be that this song, a lot of people loved it, and it was a real breakthrough for us. And we enjoy playing it live. Gonna play it tonight also.
Oh, great! That'd be great.
So it's one of that songs which make you famous, actually.
Sure.
Now it has more than 10 million views on YouTube for 1 year and a half. I think that's cool, really cool. But after all, it's just a very private song. Private for her and for me too.
Okay. Now, being a band that has spent most of your time in Europe, surprisingly, this isn't the first time you've played Kentucky this year.
Mm-hmm.
You played in Louisville back in the summer,
Yeah.
but this may be the heaviest show to ever take place in the city of Lexington, and most of the crowd may have never seen you guys play before. So, what should fans expect tonight from a Jinjer show?
In this case, I'm being asked this question from time to time, and my answer is one and the same. Just try to imagine Opeth meeting with Lamb of God and Gajira and playing all together. It's gonna be something like that. So extreme in some points, and some points soft, letting people breathe. Then again, extreme, making them mosh. In some way, it's gonna be similar to Pantera probably. But I love when people go active in the mosh pit. So something like this.
Okay, all
But
right.
at the end, speaking with words about music is a tricky thing. You will never express what you mean. Yeah.
Sure. Have you all had any crazy, surprising, or fun fan interactions during the tour so far?
On this tour,
Yes. Or any tour?
we just love how happy people were to meet us in Texas because they missed us last time, and everywhere in Phoenix too. We every night we go out to fans and just take photos for free and sign whatever they like. And I really like seeing how happy people are. That's the best reaction we can have.
Do you have any crazy or strange stories from the road so far?
There are dozens of them. Dozens of them. We were in car accidents. We were stuck in the middle of nowhere because a tour bus was broken. We had absolutely crazy people in the mosh pit, almost beating shit out of each other. Non-stop crowd surfing last summer breeze in Germany. Like, people were, rolling like one big organism, moving to the stage. It was even creepy to see this from the stage. So I can speak about things endlessly. So far, being so busy with tours, we've seen and we've experienced so many things, so many good, bad, crazy, mad things that it's a topic for a book. I think I can write at least an article in the whole book about crazy things happened to us.
Awesome. Where can fans get some information on the band or any of the music you've released so far?
Well, we have this fan base community called Jinjer Fans Community. I monitor it all the time, and I'm open to. Everyone can simply text me on Facebook.
Okay.
I haven't blocked it, so.
All right, that's great.
It's absolutely. It doesn't make sense texting us on our profile on Facebook, band profile, because I stopped answering these messages a long time. There are too many of them. I just can't catch up with them.
Yeah.
Too many. But on my personal profile, I answer fans. No problem contacting me.
Okay.
Yes, and I believe we'll probably start something like Q&A, ask questions and answers thing somewhere, maybe on Instagram, because there are a lot of things which fans would like to ask us, but we have no chance to, answer back.
Okay. Well, Eugene, appreciate you coming on BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm really looking forward to getting in that mosh pit tonight when you guys play. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again for coming on the show.
Come on. Yeah, pleasure. My pleasure.